All right, so today basically we'll be creating a quiz game. Okay.
A
So a
beast.
quiz game, quiz.
Which game?
Yes. So more like you ask question, then the person answers, then he ends the point.
Okay.
An example is just like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I don't know if you know about the show.
I'm not about it. I want to be a billionaire.
So something like that. So we'll be doing something like this today. So first of all, it has to do with we setting what we are going to do. Okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can have a pen and paper, you write what you're going to do. Now, usually the show is characterized with possibly you introduction, maybe the host introduce himself. So I'm just going to write some of the steps here. So now host introduce host and guest introduction, that kind of thing. Okay, after the host introduce, then we have guests. Guest intro. The next thing should be rules, and regulation, that kind of thing. So just to tell the participant about the rules. Number 4, ask question. Okay. Okay. So do we make it random? Let him pick a number, or should we just hello? So ask the question number 5. We get answer and grade. Number 6, we will now display results. Okay. So if answered correctly, then move to next what? Question, right? And else game what? Over, Abi? Quiz over. Anyone you want to call?
Okay, man.
All right. So typically, this is what we'll be doing. All right. So we'll just have to start with this, then play around with all these things. So paying clean attention. So now let's start. Now, usually if you look at it, this has a background, right? So we have to get our sprites, and we have to get our sprites. So to get our sprite now, our host, right? Because the user or the person starting this program is the one that is going to be our guest. So it's not necessary to add the person's image here. Okay. So we'll get our guest. Obviously, we don't need this sprite, so we'll delete this. Come here. We'll go to people. So you can look for somebody you like, and I think I'll prefer a female. So maybe I'll choose this one. Or
How are you?
so I was looking for the one that changes. Okay, this one is
Movement.
sideways. Yeah. That one, the person is one-sided. Okay. Let's see if we can manage this one. It's not bad. He looks a bit straight, right? But this is outfit is wonderful. Okay. All right. I think let's use him. Let's use it. Let's take out this. The issue with this one is different characters, and it take time to start rearranging her arm and every other thing. So, because okay, so let's just delete this character. Let's use this. Now we've gotten our sprites. This will be our host. So the next thing is we'll choose our background. Now, because I want to make it a bit realistic, so we just come online here and look for a background that is fine. Okay. So you have downloaded one already, but you can just come here, search who wants to be a millionaire background. Okay. So you can get it. Then you pick anyone you like. For example, if it's this one that you like, you can click on it here. Then you right click here, you save. Okay. You can save it. So it will download. So once that downloaded, you can come here now and come look at this place. They wrote upload backdrop. Can you see it? So we click on this. You can pick this. Okay. And go again, pick the second one. So I just want to check between. I don't need this one. I don't need this one. Okay. So I think I'll just get the logo. Let me get the logo so that we'll just this one. What's the size of it? Okay, 3,000. So let's get the logo. Okay, so who wants, I'll say WWM logo. So I'll save this logo. I want to see if I can get the audio. Who wants to be a millionaire audio? Let me see if the audio is there. Let me see, download. So I just want us to kind of make it a bit realistic, yeah? So let's just get this audio. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So I just want to download. Let me see. MP3. Where will I play this? Let me see. Okay. So we can download this one. We start downloading. Can you hear the sound?
No.
Okay, I will activate the sound. I'm coming. I want to get. I'm going to pay for this one. So let me. Okay, you can download this one. This one is 3 minutes. So sometimes you have to be careful where you're downloading things. So you don't go and download a virus into your system. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me add share computer sound. Can you hear my sound? Okay, so we use this for the background. Okay, so I think we are good to go. So let me go back here. So we have this background, then we import. I think we take this out. Don't like this background. So we'll add the other one so that one will be the intro. Okay, the logo. All right. But the logo looks very small. So we can. It looks distorted. So let me get a better logo. All right, sorry. We have to do this so that we get what's it called? We want to get our assets ready, right? Are you getting me?
Yes.
Let's get our assets ready so that we can kickstart. Just basic image. Let me just put wallpaper. So we just have something like that, exactly like this. So most times you'll be noting the logo wallpaper. Let's see. You'll be noting the okay. Okay. I think what we'll do let's just get a logo, then we edit it. Okay. Let's get a logo, then we edit. All right. So we'll come here. We import a backdrop. Okay, 1, 2. All right. So I want to do something. You see here. This background. So I want to remove this background. So I'll come here to remove the DG. So if you look here, you'll be seeing this ash background here. Can you see it with the logo? So it's not making sense. we need to take this out.
Okay.
So I'm going to use an
Yes, sir.
online tool called remove.bg to remove the it's going to make it transparent for us. So all you do is just drop the image, it will make it transparent, you just download it. So you can add background, but that is not necessary to what we are doing now. So I'll delete this, then I'll come here and pick second logo. Hello, I believe we are following.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want to pick a background. Okay. All right. Okay, so well, we need a darker shade. Something like this. This is not okay. Let me see. Let me see if we can actually pour this. What do you think about this?
Very nice. Very nice. You know what it is.
Okay.
It's nice.
$66.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's go back here to the backdrops. So we're just setting things in motion, okay? We can take this out for now. So we have these two. Then we introduce our sound. Remember, we need our sound, right? So we import the sound we downloaded. So we say we'll have to rename this. We'll call this. Okay, let's just import it. This will be. So this one is a bit shorter. All right, so we use this as our intro, okay? Intro song, okay? Then we use this one as our background, okay? So this will be playing these 3 minutes. It will be playing on the background, okay? So are we together?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we've gotten our sound, we've gotten our backdrop. So what I want us to do is we will add another sprite here, but it's going to be our button. So we're going to paint it ourselves. Our play button. You come here, pick a shape. Okay, so
Jesus.
So we can make it look like this, then change the color to orange.
How do you put it?
Huh?
How do you put it?
How did I do what?
Put that thing.
You come here and this is a shape. This, if you need circle, you use circle. This is rectangle. You just click on it, then draw it. So if you want to reshape it, you click this sign here, then you can adjust it to how you want it to be. So, okay. think I want it to tilt a little. You can just play around with it. Okay. So you have to find a way to balance it. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So
Yes, sir.
now we want to look at this now is that when this program starts, the play button should show. Then we also delve into not to appear. So I'll call this Frank. Let me change his name to Frank. Okay, so we don't want Frank to show when we're starting our program. We want Frank to show when the game actually starts, right? So what do we do to him? Here.
When flag is clicked, hide.
Okay, we are going to hide him, right? So we'll say that when the program starts, we should hide Frank. So we'll hide him. So you see that when I start it, you will not see him again. Okay. Now, our play button looks a bit big, so we'll have to resize it. So let me come here and just test it. Maybe use 60. 60 looks too small. So let's use 80. Okay. All right. So we'll set it now to 80. Then, okay, we'll pick this exact position it is now. So it should go to, I think it's on X0. All right. So we can do this. Then we need to play our sound, right? When it starts. So let's play our sound. We'll go to sound here. So would want to give a condition. So look at this. We want this that, let this sound keep playing, okay, until somebody clicks this button, right? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So we want this button to be clicked whenever this button is, and the sound should keep playing until the user clicks this button. So this whole sprite and everything here, the background will change only when the user agrees to play this particular game. So we'll use a condition to do that. Remember that we have a repeat until. Do you see it? So this button will keep being here and it will be showing. Then where is our sound? We'll click on play our sound. Remember that I told you that play sound until done means that this one is going to hinder anything from working until the sound is done. But we can just actually start the sound here. So from here we can just start it, select the name of our sound. Oh my. Okay. Fine. We actually put the sound in the background, not here. The sound is in the background. See it. Okay. So you have to know where you inserted your sound. So our sound is actually in the background. So we can also do this for the background and say forever. Okay. It should keep playing this sound. Okay, let's use repeat because when it received message 2, now, so We'll do this, then we'll tell him to keep playing. All right, so now we'll be playing this sound until if you keep playing this background sound, we'll not use the background, it's the intro song, right? So we use this. No, let's use the background. Let's be playing the background. Then we use the intro sound when the host is ready. So there's a condition we have to put here. And that condition is, I'm thinking how to link these two with this play button. Okay, so when receive broadcast one will not work. So we will create a variable, okay? We'll create a variable here. So we'll make a new variable called start game, start, okay? Start game, okay? And when this program starts, we'll set the value of this our start game to yes, to no for now when it starts. So we'll come here and say in our condition, let me get this start game out. So we'll say that if the start game is now equal to yes, okay? Are you seeing it? It should repeat this until the start game is equal to what? Yes. So if the start game is equal to yes, that means this our background music is going to what? It's going to stop, right? So that way we'll be able to do that. But let's fix this background so that we have this whenever the program starts, it should be this logo. Okay. So for example, let's see. Okay. Okay. So this one now is starting the sound, but it's not stopping. So it's just running here without stopping. So let's come here and put this repeat until done. Okay, because we can't time it. Okay. So it's not playing. So I want to see if I can update the variable here to so we're having an issue here. You can see that I'm clicking this, it's not even stopping. Can you see? So it has updated here, writing here, but because this sound has finished playing. You see? So we need to find a way to go around this so that we'll not okay, will not do this. So for this sound, we need a way to, what do you think? How do we do about this sound so that it keeps playing? Because here now, if we use this repeat until, if we use this repeat until, okay, this is what we'll do. We'll play this sound, okay, but now we'll wait we have to be checking if this game has actually started. So we'll go to this our condition here and be checking every single time. Okay. So the issue now is, are we together? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So we need this thing to be running until this game changes. So forever, let's use this. Let's use the forever. Um, we'll say if it will check if start game is equal to yes, then we have to stop the sound. Stop sound. Where is this stop all sound? Okay, we'll stop sound. Then else. Okay. So let's see if this will work. Okay. So we're still having the same issue, right? Oh God. So how do we go about this now? Hello, are you hearing me? Hello?
Hi.
Okay. Thank you. So, all right. So I don't want to use this loop here because it will keep on. This thing is playing this song. And if, even though our variable changes, if we use this wait, it will not change. And then we need to have a delay. So that is the issue now. If you now put this now, it will start it. Even though we update our variable here, you see, because of this guy. So we need to find a way. Okay, so let's duplicate this. So let's put it like this and see. So it works now, right? Okay. So what happened? Still playing. Stop all sounds. So it's supposed to stop the sound. Okay. Aside from stopping the sound, it should also stop the script. Are you hearing me? So what's happening here is, look, you see that here we say forever. If game start is equals to yes, then it should stop the sound. If not, it should start the background sound and then wait until start game is equal to what? Yes. So now we have an issue now. If start game is equal to yes, you will see that it will be playing and our forever loop is running, right? Even though I set it to yes, the music will stop, but the script is still running. Can you see it? Are you seeing it? That the script is still running. So we need to find a way to stop the script. So the last class, I think when we treated controls, we had a particular this thing that stopped the script. So what was that? So look at this place, this stop all. We'll come here and fix it. Here, we'll now do this particular script because this is the only script we want to stop. All right, so we want to stop this particular script because that I explained that you can't stop all the script. If you do that, the whole script will stop working. But it's this particular script we want to stop, right? So we'll select this one. So when you start this, when this updates, let's update it now. You see, it now stops this particular script. Can you see it? Are we together? So forever, it should check if start game is equals to yes. And if it is, then it should stop all the sound and stop this script. But if it's not, it starts the background sound and then wait until game start is equals to what? Yes. Yes. So that way, we will stay here and the program will keep checking. Okay? So, though we have this now, so we've settled the issue of our what's it called? Our sound, okay? So we need to fix this thing because, okay, let's just finish the play button. Let's go back here. Now, if repeat play button now until, you know, it's when this, and this our play button will be here, right? This play button here will be here until somebody clicks it. So we need to know if it has been clicked. Now, there is a place we refer to as sensing. Abi, the sensing is to help the sprite understand how its environment is. So we'll come to sensing here. You see this touching mouse pointer? We have that, but this is not has to do with touch. You can do this. So let me use this. But we need the person to click and not just to hover on it. So for it to click, you see this mouse down. Do you remember this mouse down? Do you remember mouse down? I told you that mouse down has to do with when the mouse is, when you press the mouse, when you click on the mouse. So we tell him to repeat this until the mouse is down. So if it's mouse down, then for example, now let me say hello, or let me say mouse down, mouse clicked. You will now see what I'm saying. So watch what will happen. Start, then, okay, until the mouse is down. You see, once I clicked on it, it stopped. Did you notice that?
Yes, sir.
So because it has been mouse down, you see it, then the script will stop. So immediately this happens, we don't want to say mouse has been clicked. We just want to be sure that the thing clicks. We want to change to the next level, like to the next side, which is introduction. So we'll come here and broadcast the message called what? Introduction, right? So we'll call it introduction. So we want the introduction part to be, okay? Now, this is the play button. Then when introduction happens, we want this sprite to hide. Our play button is going to hide. We can still hide it here if we want. So we'll do this. We'll hide it. Immediately this play button comes. Once it's clicked, it's going to hide. So let me hide it. Let me start it, and you see that if I click, it will hide. Can you see? So it now hides. Then we'll now broadcast. So all right, so when we have this now, aside from the file, remember that is the play button that is going to determine when the game is going to start. So whenever it has been mouse down, we will now update our variable here, which is, we'll set it to yes, right?
Yes, sir.
So our start game will now be what? Yes. So let me start everything now. Once I click it, everything stop. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so right now we've been able to implement that logic. But now the next thing is to do the introduction. So for us to do the introduction, remember that our backdrop has to switch to, we'll go back to our backdrop. We'll say, when I receive introduction, okay? You can keep it side by side. You bring it down. We want to switch to a particular backdrop, and the particular backdrop we want to switch is this one, right? So we can rename this and say stage. We can call this our stage.
No.
Okay. So when this is done, we want it to switch to what? Stage, right? So it will switch to stage. That is when it received the introduction. Then we'll now come here and be playing that our background sound on repeat. Okay. So our background sound has to be on what? On repeat. So where is our forever? So because once this game starts, we need this background sound to be playing, right? At the background.
Yes.
So we'll go to sound and say, be playing this song until it's done. So when it's done, remember it will start afresh again. So let me bring this thing down here. So when it receives introduction for the background, it's going to switch to stage. Then forever, it will be playing this our background song until it is what? It is done. Okay, so and then when we have that, Frank, remember that Frank is hiding, right? So we need Frank to appear. Okay, I can see our background is not having the height we want. It's not covering everything. Okay. All right. So let's work on our background a bit. Let's drag it down to this point. Then we'll fill this place. Okay, we fill this place. Look at what I'm doing. I'm converting to bitmap. Then the filling, we'll pick one of this color here and then pour it. It should cover. Why is it not covering? Okay. Let's draw a box here to cover this space up. Because our stage is not complete. Do you see? Without this thing here will be white, which we don't want that to be, right? So we cannot use this to cover it. So more like to okay, so select, we use this to select. So I'll push this down. So we have this, but I think I don't like the color, so I'll pick it somewhere darker so that it will match. It's still not matching. Voila. Okay. So I'll find a color here that will resonate. Okay, it's still not matching, right? Okay. So you have to make sure that everything is just balanced. I know you might be feeling I'm taking much time doing this, but it's just to make sure that our program is rhyming. Okay, let's push this down. Let's push it down. Let's just use this for now. Okay, so we have this now. And so now we have our stage set, right? So this is set. So once I start the program now, you see. So it's playing now. Then I'll start it. So are you seeing it? So now we have switched, right? But Frank is not showing. Frank is not showing, right? Yeah. So Frank is not showing here, but we can see him here. Okay. We can come here and click here, then bring him so that we'll set him to the exact position we want him. Should we keep him at the center or to the side here? Where do you think? So I think it makes sense to decide here, right? Okay. So we have Frank here. Now, we will now say that when I receive introduction, I should what? Show, right? Frank should now show. And then when it's showing, it should come to this exact point, which is go to this particular point. This is where our X and Y coordinate is this position. That is where we want it. So when he receives introduction, he should now come to this exact point and show. So let's start. Play. He now appears, right? So we have this. All right. So we now have Frank ready. So Frank is now ready to say some things, but you know that we don't want all this start game to be showing. So we'll come here and hide this we'll hide our variable so that it does not show. And this variable was created. You can just throw it anywhere, but let's go to the backdrop because that is where we were dealing with it. How did this one enter here? This is where we were doing that. So we can hide it here. We can hide it, the name of our variable. So when we start, okay. All right, are we together?
Yes, sir.
All right, our sound is too loud. What do you think? Is too loud? So we have to bring it down. We'll go here and change the volume. We set the volume to a particular this thing. So let's set it maybe to 50. So when we start, I think it's better now. Or do you want it a bit louder?
Yes, sir.
So let's leave it at 50. Okay. All right. So yeah, so you know we have two sounds, right? Remember, we picked two sounds, which is this one, the intro song. This one looks boring. Let's leave this one. Let's leave it. Leave it. It's boring. So, all right, let's go. We have Frank now. So Frank will appear. So the next thing is let's go back to our algorithm here now. You say host what? Introduction. So Frank is going to introduce himself. So when we do that, we'll do that by using our say hello. You say hello for 2 seconds. And then he will say, I am Frank. I've forgotten that man's name. Who wants to be a millionaire? Okay, Frank. Maybe it will be. Okay. So, and okay, I'll be your host. I'll be your host for this show. Okay. Okay, so all right. Are we together? So let me click this. You say hello. I am Frank Obi. I'll be your host for this show. Okay. Or we can say I'll be your host today, depending. But let's increase this to maybe 3 seconds so that it's a bit readable. All right. So let's see. I don't know if Frank can change costume. Okay. All right. So we can switch. Remember when we did switching of animation? Do you remember?
Yes.
So we'll create our animation for him and we'll call it Frank animation. Okay. And we'll add an input. That is the number of times. So this repeat. Frank animation repeat. I'll put seconds. Then we'll say, okay. I believe you remember this. So here now, remember that repeat part, which we say is going to repeat based on the number or text. No, that is not what we'll leave it empty. Let's edit it. Yeah, good morning. So we have this. Now this is going to repeat based on I've messed this up. So let me edit it again. So we'll call this time. So it will repeat this, then switch this. Yes, thank you. So switch this costume. All right, so we switch this costume to that's nice. So we have the switching of this costume. In between it, I think we use 0.5 that day. Then the particular time will be determined by this. So for him to be saying this, yeah, so we'll have this. Remember that we detached it, Abby? We detached it that day to have that when it said introduction to, it should now call on our block, which is Frank animation. We'll now calculate. Okay, so I believe we are all following, right?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm doing is we are trying to go over things we've done before. So you see those things are coming back here for us to use them. So here now, remember that day we calculated how many seconds here, Abby? 2 plus this, that is 4, plus 3, that is making it how many? 7. And I think that day we did little mass here. Okay, can I remember? Did we deduct or did we add? I think we subtracted 1 from it, right? Okay, it was here, This is where we did it. So the timer, I think it should be -1 or so. I can't remember again. But we'll still test it. So here now, how many seconds is this? 2, 4, 7. So we'll put 7 seconds and see what happens. Okay. I think we're at the first is A, the last is A. That is why it's like that. Okay. Please, as you're working, try to save your work. Control S. Anything can happen. Okay. Let me save this work. Just do Control S. So let's not leave things to chance. So you know that, let me bring this. We always duplicate this and change his costume to be this. This one is A. Okay. Costume A is this. Let me see. Okay. I need the one is standing straight. Okay. All right. So we'll switch this to costume A. This costume A. This costume D. So it will be switching. And remember that in between this, we should still have the 2.2 seconds. So let's see. Let me click this. Okay. It makes sense a bit, right? So let's run. Let's send broadcast introduction. All right. I think it's okay now, right? Okay. So our animation is working now. So I think we are good to go. So we have settled the animation part for Frank. Okay, so after this, he will say, I'll be your host for this show. I think he should introduce our guest, Abby. And we have here in our studio, maybe we'll now ask the person to input his name. So we can say, remember, we've implemented this, right? Huh? We've implemented this. So the next thing is the guest introduction. So we'll come here and say, and with me, Abby, and with me is, right? So we can put this. So that means we have how many seconds here? 2, that is 6, this is 9. So we have to update this to 9, right? Then immediately after this,
I'm going to the spotlight.
so we have this now. Then we'll now broadcast the message so that what's his name? Our guest will now introduce himself. Okay. So let's do this. We'll ask the guest to say their name. Where is that place we used to ask question? This. So we'll now say, okay, what's your name? Then we'll now use the answer. Okay. All right. So we'll now use the answer here to say, come here and join this and say, and today we have in the studio so person. Okay. So all right, I think this is what we'll do. Let's make it better. Beginning of this thing, before Frank appears, we'll ask what is your name. Okay. So let him now say his name, like the username. Then we'll now say together with me in the studio is, so we already have that name. I'll copy this out. And with me, oh, this thing is recording. Okay. And with me is, then we'll now add the person's name, right? So we'll put it here. Okay. Now we'll say that. So, so we have this. So let's start it. Let's start the game now. Play. It asks, what is your name? I'm going to say Ola. Press enter. Hello. All right. So we have that, right? Did you see that? Just using the hello audience. Okay, hello audience. Welcome to the show. I think we should tell them welcome first. So let's add that. So when you're writing your programs, you can be switching things. Just use as you're seeing what I'm doing. I'm just switching. So we can say, hello audience, welcome to the show. I am Frank Obi. I'll be your host for this show. Or we can say, I'll be your host tonight. All right, makes more sense. Tonight, okay? So our number of seconds have increased now is 2 plus 2, 4, 6, this 8, okay? 9 plus 2, that is 11, right? So we'll now have to update this to 11. Somebody is asking a question, okay? All right, Fortune, where are you lost? Fortune or Daniel, where are you lost? Ask your question. Fortune or Daniel, ask your question. Hello, are we following?
Yes, sir.
So if you're not understanding what I'm doing, where are you lost? So that I will know. Where are you confused?
And I play this at the place button.
At the place of what? The bottom part?
Yes.
We said that once the program starts, the button is the one that starts the game, right? Starts the game. So we said that when flag is clicked, it should repeat until mouse down. That means it should keep showing the button, right? Which is this program we have.
How do you put that in play?
How did I what?
How do you put that play?
Oh, this one you're taking us back again. I've done this thing since now. I've done this since. Well, I said when you draw your shape here, sorry guys, let me just wrap. Please, when I'm teaching, you should pay attention so that I not be taking us that back. So you come here and click text. If you want to write anything, you click on text. Come here, select the color of your text. Click, you type. Now I said that this thing has to be in the middle. Two of them are not draggable. If you drag this to select, if you drag only this one, maybe here now, you see the text, you left it behind. So I said you come here, click on select, then you click outside and bring this. Don't release your mouse when you click, just drag it like this. When it has highlighted two of them, you click on group. Two of them will group. Can you see? I cannot drag it. Then I'll bring it here to this center and drop it. So I believe I've answered your question.
Yes.
So please, if we are doing something, the moment we are doing it, ask me the question that moment. If we have passed there, we've gone very far before you ask this question. And if you don't understand what I'm doing at that point, you ask. All right. So I think we've sorted this out. Is there any other question before I continue? Okay, so let's start the game again. Play. What is your name? Ola. Okay, hello audience. Welcome to the show. I'm Toby. I'll be your host tonight. And with me is Ola. Okay? Alright. With me is Ola. This is our English. And here in the studio, and here with me is Ola. I think it makes sense. So there's something I want us to do. We'll create another variable called user. So that is the name of the person playing. So, and we'll come here that we should set the name of the persons. First of all, we set the name to nothing. Okay, to empty. The persons, that is the user. Then we don't want to show it, we want to hide it. We are not using the name to do anything. So we'll hide the name of the person. Then immediately as inputted his name, we are going to set his name to the answer. Okay, so this is what I've done. Set user to answer. Okay, sorry. Let me drag it here. So we set the user to the answer. The answer is the name of the person that was provided, right? We set the user to this. Then here now, what will replace this banana now is going to be the user what? Name here. So that in case during the course of the program, maybe towards the end, if you want to say, thank you so much, Frank, for playing the game, you will not come here and start saying, what is your name again, Abi? So let's save it in a variable. Remember, we said that variables are used to store values, right? So in this case, we are using it to store what? The value or the name of our user, okay, in a container called user. So let's keep it this way, okay? So, and here with me is the name of the user. Okay, I believe we are together. All right. So we now have this sorted out, and then we have done the guest introduction, right? So now is the rules and what? Regulation. So one thing about programming is it's good you break your programs into segments, okay? Different segments. Because I can keep writing here now. We want to start talking about the rules. I can keep adding the rules here. So for example, I can say here are or is the rule, something like that is the rule. Or we can say the rules and okay are all right. So this I can now start saying for every right question or for every correct question, okay, we can say first rule, answer the what? The right, or you pick an answer, okay?
Okay.
All right. Answer the question, something like that. Okay. Later on, when you're doing your own, you can make it more elaborate. I'm just making it anyhow. So I can say answer the question. Then for every correct question, you earn maybe an amount, Abi?
Yes.
An amount. So that kind of thing. Then I can tell him now, are you ready? Are you ready to play? Okay. Do we get? Then after that, I will need to get his input, which is here. Or we can take this out from here and take this out. So the idea is to make your game, in your quiz, interactive as possible, right? So here now you see that we have a lot of things there. From introduction, we have entered rules and regulation, and we're now asking, are you ready to play? Everything is looking too jam-packed, right? So that is why I said most times it's good you detach it. So I can detach this part and create a section here, mostly for the rules, right? So here now, to be able to do that, I'm going to come here and make a broadcast. After that, I'm going to broadcast this, a new message called rules, right?
Yes, sir.
So, and then I will now say that when I will do these rules is when I receive what? Rules, right? Is when I
Yes, sir.
receive rules, then I should be able to do this. So, are you ready to play? Okay. If it says, now we need to use his answer to do something, right? If he says no, for example, look at this. Okay, you can play what you're, we have this. So are you ready to play? If he says no, definitely, if he says yes, we'll start the question, right? If he says no, we have to take him to the beginning or stop the game entirely, right? Because he's not ready to play. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
So now that means that we need a conditional statement here. And that is when you come here and say, if, yeah, if, now this is our answer, we'll keep it here. And then come here to these operators and say that if our answer now, the answer he gave is equal to yes, okay? Now, we should now make a broadcast to say that the game has started. So we'll make a broadcast here and say start game. Okay, start question. Okay, or we can say question 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Question 1. All right, so we'll start question 1. Okay, just hold on, my scratch is hanging. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, but is there going to be another sprite that I'm going to be talking with, or is it just this one?
No, there's no sprite there now. Or do you want to put we don't need the sprite there, unless you want to put another sprite there. But literally, you know that it's the user that will be inputting the answers. So I don't really see the need for a sprite there. Though you can still add a sprite if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, please ask. Mm. Just hold on, my sprite and my this thing is hanging. Oh God, let this not. Okay, you can let me save the work. Please, at every point in time, try and save your work. Oh. So let's create a broadcast again. Okay, it has created it already. So we say let it broadcast. Let it broadcast what? Question 1, right? Else it will stop the entire game. Let's stop it. So we'll come here and stop what? All. We'll stop the whole game, right? So watch what I'll do. The rules are you earn an amount. Are you ready to play? If I say yes, then we'll now go to it will broadcast the message. But if I say no, I hope we are following. If I say no,
Yes, sir.
in fact, let me play the audio so that you see now. Play. What's your name? Hola. Okay, we not update our seconds. That is fine. We'll do that. Are you ready to play? If I say no now, see, you see that the program stops, right?
Yes.
Do you see it? Everything stopped. So remember here, we now update our animation. Here is 2 plus 2, that is 6, 8 plus this is 12 seconds actually. Okay, that is 11. So we'll make it 12. So then here now, that means we need to make another animation for what's his name? For rules. Yes, exactly. So we'll change this to rules. So because the animation there we need for rules here. And how many seconds do we have here? 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6, right? We place 6. So something like this. When I receive rule 6. Hello, are we following?
Yes.
So you see
Sir.
now the animation is now working. All right, are you ready to play? So it makes sense now, right? Okay,
Yes.
so now I'll say yes. So now you watch here now. If it says yes, that means we are broadcasting question 1, and he needs to start asking the first question, right? So we'll come here and say, when I receive what? Question 1. Okay? That means we'll duplicate this. Let's duplicate this because he will be moving and to ask his question. So he's going to say, what do we say? What question do we ask? Who is the president of Nigeria or what? Find a question for me, please. Okay, what continent?
The president of Nigeria.
Okay. Who is the president of Nigeria? Okay. All right.
2024.
Okay, who is the current president? All right, makes sense. Thank you very much. Current president of Nigeria. So now we are going to give him some options, right?
Yes. Like Mohammed Buhari, Tinubu.
So usually, this game, and this game is based on your choice. You can decide to make it more complex. You can decide to start adding buttons here, like A, B, C, D, and switch it so that the person selects. You can do that. But in the case, let's just make a simple one because our time is fast spent. So let me just make it simpler here. So we'll come here and say, along with the question A, we can say Mohammed. I don't know if I'm spelling it well.
Spelling it well, sir.
Buhari, something like that. Double M. Okay. Thank you. Morning, sir. Welcome.
B.
So we give space. The next one, B. Who is the next person?
Tinubu.
Bola Okay, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So that kind of thing. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, right?
Yes.
I don't know if it's like this.
No, T-I.
TIE.
NIV.
Okay, thank you very much.
NIV.
Hope our president will not be angry with me. This one I can't spell his name. Praise the Lord. All right, let's go. So the C parts. So you can make it like 4 options or 3 options, depending.
B.
Peter Obi, thank you very much. All right. So we can make it 3 options, right? So let's leave it. So you look at this. How long will it take somebody to read this question? So you will just use your 10 seconds.
No.
Okay, fine. Just hold on, Let's cut this. Remember, it's a question we're asking, and we already have our this thing that help us to ask questions, which is this. So we replace it here, right? So we don't need to do the timing. See it, right? Do you see it? Okay. All right. So it looks as if I need to bring this thing down. But it's not looking like it will be. But let me see. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can make this thing horizontal.
You could have just
Okay.
yes. Just enter key. Try to go down.
It's not, enter key does not work here. That's the issue. So okay. All right. So let's go. I will figure out something to do. So let me see if this will allow it. Let me see something. Oh, it's still the same wahala. All right, so let's leave it like that. Let the person answer it like that. Okay, but later you can still brainstorm how we can do this. Okay. So now, definitely we should be expecting the answer of the person, right? So
Yes,
we
sir.
know the answer, but we are going to put an if condition to check if actually the answer the person put is A or what? Or B. So what we do is so I'll come here to our condition and say if now if the where is the question? Answer that is given. So we'll go to operators here for equality, right? Now, remember it's capital letter. What's our answer? Is B, right?
Yes.
If it's equals to B, then we'll say
Congratulations.
yeah, we can say that's oh yeah, congratulations or something. You can, or do we use correct? Okay.
No,
Congratulations. So we can say you answered correctly, Abby.
Yes.
Congratulations, you won on your first try.
Okay. When you do your own, you add those ones. You answered correctly. At this point, I'm just making a skeletal framework. Okay. You answered correctly. Now, okay. All right. So you now say, we need to put, there is audience here, right? We have an audience here. So we need to put them, they will cheer now, they will clap or something. So let's look for a sound. There is people, spot. Here. I think this one is okay. What do you think? Or should we? No.
Voice.
You can choose sports. No, not laugh. We should not laugh. What should you laugh? There is clapping. I'm looking for it. I don't know. It's either in clapping. See. Let me go to.
Search for the sound.
I don't know the name. That is why. Let me see clapping. Do you prefer this one and that shouting? Which one is better?
Yes, sir.
To clap?
It's sounding Nigeria.
This I say it's sounding Nigeria.
The clap is sounding Nigeria.
You can record your own sound. So let me see if I can. Or do you prefer? No, not good. You prefer this one? Or the clapping?
Can we collide the two? Can we join two of them together?
Two of them. Okay, let's see. So let's share, and so immediately he answers that question, we will now play the sound, right? We'll go to sound, play chair. No, not until done. No. We don't need to done anything. We just start the sound. Let's see if you can sound two sounds at the same time. So chair and clapping, or clapping and chair. Anyone? Let's clap them with chair. So just to test this, I will do B. Okay. Why is it not responding? It should wait. Just hold on. If it's equal to B, I'm coming. Let me see the answer that was passed. B. Okay, let me try it again. If answer is equal to B. Just hold on. So I'm looking for the error. It's not behaving the way it should, right? So let's try this again. It's B now. Did we do something? Yeah. So it's working, then why is it not saying that? Okay, so let's ask. All right. I think it makes sense now, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, so there's something we need to add here. We will now say that this question is for maybe 200,000. Okay, 200,000 naira. Okay, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Then that's how they started. They will not tell you this question is for 200,000 naira. Then he will now ask the question. Okay, so these 2 seconds. We switch this to 2 seconds here. So let's make it 2 instead of 6 now. We change it to, remember this here. We change it to maybe, because he will ask this question and then stop. So let's make it like maybe 4 seconds. So now, remember that, hello, are we together? Remember that
Yes,
when he
sir.
answers that question, we need to be giving his the amount of money he won, Abby. Are we together?
Yes.
So the amount of money, so we need to create a variable called to store how much. So we say
Let's do how
money.
100,
Okay.
500, 1,000,
So
5,000.
now,
We go fast.
when this person say yes, we'll have to set his money to 0 here. Are you seeing what I'm doing? We set it to 0 first. Let me push this thing down. We set money to 0. We also show the money variable because we have to hide this money variable. We don't need to be seeing it. So when flag is key, we should hide the money variable. We don't need to be seeing it. The money variable should only show when the users are agreed to play the game, right? So if he answers the question correctly, we'll come here and change the money variable by 1. Remember that the amount of money now is dependent on the group we are on. So we can change the money here by the value. Since it's a positive number, it will be, we have to now adjust it by, if it's positive, we'll have to leave it positive. That means it will add. But if we put a negative number, it's going to subtract, right? So you say that this level is 2,000. So we'll make it what? 200,000. Abi? So the money will be set to this. Now, immediately this has been set, remember we need to add something and tell him that he earned maybe like you earned
20,000. 20,000.
maybe yes 200,000, Abi. So okay, you earned. Thank you. Past tense. All right, so you have this. Okay. So let's try it. But we know that if he fails, he's going to stop this game. Abi, which is this part here. We'll stop the game. But let's just try and play it first and see. So start. Hola. Okay, so are you ready to play? Yes. So you see, who is the president of this? I think you earn 200,000. It's too fast. So you can see that, and the amount has changed here. Can you see it? To 200,000. Did you see it?
Yes, sir.
So that means our program is now working,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So I will update this to 3 seconds. I think there's a place that was too fast. I think here. Then here will be 7. Remember, anything you're doing, you have to update the number of seconds. So we now have 7 here. So now, immediately this happens, we need to go to question 2, right? So that is when we now broadcast question what? Question 2. So no, don't ask. So new message. We say question what? 2. All right. So for question 2, But let's just complete this so that it will end the game. So let's create a broadcast called end game. Okay. Okay. So let's just create another animation, another block called end game, so that we'll not be creating it every time. End game. So there is no need for input. So we define the end game, and the defining of the end game means to stop. Hello, who is making all those noise? We have to stop this. We are going to tell him that is a wrong question. Wrong question. Okay. That's incorrect. Okay. Then, hello, who is making that noise? Later, you tell me you don't know what I'm doing. All right. So we said that is incorrect. Try. Immediately that happens, we are going to reset his entire money to 0. Abi? Because he has lost the whole money. So we set the whole money to what? To 0, in fact. So we set his money to 0. It says, try again. Try again. All right, so we set his whole money to 0 and end what? The game, right? Okay. Then we'll now come here and say, where is end game? I said I will publish that. So we said end game. Okay. But definitely we will need animation for this, right? So what do we do? Okay, so let's just add a broadcast called endgame so that we'll just do this and rest assured. You can use broadcast, you can define your block. But now broadcasts, the broadcast is called end game. So let's use this. And then when you receive, what's it called? When I receive end game, we now end the game. And also we have to duplicate this. Okay, drag it here and say when I receive end game, what should happen? How many seconds do we have here? 2, right? So we say 2 more seconds. So you can arrange it side by side like this. So try to make your work look neat and easy to understand. So we have this. Okay, so this covers for animation, this covers for to end the entire game. So okay, so now to do broadcast too, let's just try it again. Hola, enter. So 200K, right? So, but in this case, we want to make him to fail so that we'll see what happens. Say my name is yes. Okay. So we go B. I'm supposed to fill the question. Oh, okay. Let me change it. Then I receive question 1. Okay, broadcast question 1. Let's go. Let me use C. So you see the game stops and his money has what? Has gone to what? 0. So I think the next thing is to switch costume to the last part. No, to switch background, which is okay. Let's do everything in the background. Let's separate everything. Let's say when I receive YMB logo, right? So I'll say end game. So that would switch us back to there. Now, listen, you remember we have question 2 here, right? Do you remember? Broadcast question 2. So we'll just duplicate this because we already have the template. Are we together? I'll just duplicate this. Then I'm going to come here and drop it. So for all my questions, this is just what I'll be doing. Immediately I finish here, this will now be question what? 2. Then I'm going to increase the amount to maybe, because he has tried, we'll put it like 800,000. Then I'm going to ask the new question, which is what will I say? Question what is a noun? I be choose a noun. I don't know. I'm looking for question. Which of these animals is a mammal? Okay. I believe we know what mammals are, right? We have snake. We have, okay, is not. Which of these animals is not what? A mammal. So I'll use snake. I'll use
Of animal is not a mammal.
I will correct it. Thank you. Dog, and I'll use sheep. So which of these animals is not what? A mammal. Okay, and our answer actually, what's the answer? Huh? What's the answer here? Do you know what a mammal is?
Yes, sir.
So what's the answer?
A mammal is an animal that gives birth to its young ones alive.
Okay, so which of these animals does not give birth to its young ones alive?
Dog,
Yeah.
snake.
The snake. Please, I don't have much time. Snake. So we change our answer here to 800,000, right?
Yes.
So we change everything to 800,000 here. Then if the person fails, is on his own. Now, if you have question 3 now, question 3, you now say broadcast question what? 3. Or if that is the end of your game, you create one called final something. How will I put it? Question complete.
Final question.
Let me
Final
do that
question.
one. Let me put that. No, not end.
Final question.
Congratulatory message. Congratulations. Maybe.
Yes, sir.
Something like that. When the man has cash out now. So we can come here and say, where is that thing? When I receive congratulations. When I receive congratulations, I can come here. Sorry, I dragged everything. I just want to duplicate this. So I will carry this, push this thing back. Okay. Where did we pick this from? After this, right? Yes, this is after this. So now, congratulations, you've earned this. So we'll put crowd that are cheering small now. Let them cheer for him, Abby. He has tried. Abby? He has tried small. So we'll now tell him you are walking away. You have succeeded. You have succeeded. Just that kind of things. You have succeeded. I mean, they answered all the questions correctly. That kind of thing. My head. So just, or you can say congratulations. Wow, you're a genius. Wow. You know that kind of thing, huh? You earned. So remember his money, we are going to join two things. Remember he earned, we'll remove it too. The earning now is based on the current variable, right? Which is his money, right? Abby? Hello, are we together? You can even decide to ask
Yes,
him
sir, we're
what,
together.
Yes, sir. We're together.
you can ask him a question. What do you want to use your money to do? You know, you can write it. It's just like a show. Yeah. But you can do that later. So I just want to end this program. So you can say you earned so amount of money. You can now tell the audience, let's give him a round of applause, you know, Abby? Let's
Yes, sir.
give him
Yeah.
a round of applause. Then that happens now. We know what will happen. We have to duplicate this, right? Push this one under. Now, remember, we have to state his name. Congratulations to who? Who are we congratulating? So we'll come here and join these two words. Join. Congratulations. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to bring another join again. So that I'll have this. Then we'll now call his name. We stored his name in user, right? So we now have this. Congratulations, whatever his name is. You're a genius. You earned so amount. Let's give him a round of applause. So now remember our animation. We'll not forget this. So drag this. So when I receive an congratulations, how many seconds here? This is 2, 2, 2. That is 4,
10
8,
seconds.
11. All right. So, okay, 9, Abby. 9 seconds, yes. Sorry. Now, after the crowd has shared, you can just close the program and say, that's all for tonight. Abby? For tonight. You know? You can tell them, see you next time. I believe, you know, you will be the next. Then when I say millionaire.
Get out.
I believe I hope you'll be the next millionaire. All right, guys. So then we'll just stop the game, right? Stop all. All right. So how many seconds here? 2, that is 9 here, plus another 2, 11, 13. 13 seconds. So we keep it like this. Okay, guys, let's try it. Let's play our game. What's your name? Ola. Okay. Mr. Ola. All right, B, right? Is not a mama. $1 million. All right, did you see it?
Yes, sir.
I removed the chair here, so that is why something missed. I did not notice it. Something missed. There was no chair in the second block when he earned the money. You noticed that, right? If you were paying attention,
Yes,
you will notice it. So this is how we can do that, right? So at the end of the game, you can add other things. Congratulations, maybe a box saying congratulations, you earned 1 million. And there you have it. Okay, let me save my work. Control S. I don't want to hear story. All right, guys. So this is how we can create the quiz game. You can add other things you want to add more questions, make it more flexible. And there you have it. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So as normal, you're to implement this, practice this, create your own this same program exactly, but add more questions to your own. You can add different dynamics to it, make it more interesting. And then you're going to demo this on when do we do our demo? On Friday, Abby?
Jesus.
Yes, it's on Friday. We'll do our demo. Okay. You demo this particular one on Wednesday for me. Okay. You still show me on Wednesday what you've done. So let me give you 1 day in between. So you use today, tomorrow, then Wednesday, you show us what you've done. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Any question before we call it a wrap? Okay, our time is fast spent. All right, guys, somebody should pray for us while we close this class.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
As we close, please God, no plan shall come to us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
No people shall be the head and not the tail in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
No people this the people you enter our head in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. If you have any question, try and contact us. We'll answer you, okay? All right, guys, bye.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
What's the question? Quickly.
I want to ask what it is.
Quickly ask.
Why? No question.
Okay, guys. See you tomorrow.